What's good, YouTube? Want to do a quick prediction video for the Danny Garcia versus Shawn Porter fight coming up. I believe this weekend. I haven't I haven't really been too excited for this fight due to the things we all know about them ducking Errol Spence. We don't know what's the point of this fight. Will the winner of this fight Errol Spence next, who is the IBF champion? We just don't know. We don't know what's going on with Keith Thurman. He's the current WBA champion. We don't know if he's going to come back or not. So it's like we don't know what's the point of this fight. We don't know. So it caused a lack of hype for this fight due to them being cowards. But for my prediction, I'm going with Danny Garcia. I was thinking Danny Garcia by knockout, and then I had to sit down and think about it for a minute. And I was thinking Danny Garcia by knockout because I'm thinking I remember how Adrian Broner put Shawn Porter on his ass in that last round. It was a flash knockdown, but Adrian Broner had enough power to put Shawn Porter down. But Shawn Porter, I believe they fought at a catch weight of either 142 or 144. Even though Shawn Porter does stay in shape year round, he's just naturally a bigger guy. So I'm pretty sure it was tough for him to make the weight for that Adrian Broner fight, and I'm sure that that was part of the reason why he got dropped in that last round. So outside of that, ain't nobody dropped him. I believe Adrian Granados hurt him toward the end of his last fight, but Shawn Porter was saying that he hurt his hand or some shit. It looked like he got hurt to me, but he said he hurt his hand. I'm not exactly sure what happened in that exchange. It was toward the latter rounds. I don't know if it was around 10, 11. It was before the 12th. It was like 9, 10, or 11. And I felt like Adrian Granados hurt him. But anyway, I feel like Danny Garcia landed cleaner shots. I think almost everybody will agree with that. I believe we all know Shawn Porter smothered his punches, so he's not going to have the power to hurt Danny. I believe Keith Thurman hits harder than Shawn Porter, and he couldn't hurt Danny Garcia. He stunned Danny Garcia. Keith Thurman stunned Danny Garcia in round 1 or round 2. He had Danny a little hesitant to come forward for a while, but then as the fight progressed, Danny started coming forward again, and that fight was closer than a lot of people try to make it out to be, that Danny Garcia versus Keith Thurman. But I say that to say Keith Thurman couldn't get Danny out of there. Once Keith Thurman realized he could not get Danny out, Keith Thurman got on his bicycle, and he just just did what he had to do to win. He didn't he didn't stay as aggressive as he was in the first 2 or 3 rounds. Keith Thurman, that is. So Danny Garcia has a chin. We all know that. We seen him take Keith Thurman punches. We seen him take Lucas Matisse punch at 140. Danny Garcia has a chin. Shawn Porter, he has a chin. I say Shawn Porter has a chin because he was taking some clean punches from Keith Thurman. I'm one of the few people who actually had Shawn Porter winning that fight, but Keith Thurman landed some clean, hard punches on Shawn Porter, and Shawn Porter kept coming. So Shawn Porter clearly has a chin. I just feel like, just like the Keith Thurman fight, Danny's going to land the cleaner punches, and I feel like Danny's going to work that body some. I feel like Danny's going to be more aggressive than Adrian, definitely more aggressive than what Adrian Broner was. Adrian Broner fought Shawn Porter like he didn't want to get beat up. He was just fighting to survive. He wasn't fighting to necessarily win, in my opinion, from my observation. And so yeah, just to end this video here, I got Danny Garcia winning by unanimous decision. And I believe Danny Garcia will fight Errol Spence. I don't know about next. I don't know if I believe that. But I believe if Danny Garcia win this fight, and assuming Keith Thurman don't come back, I feel like Danny Garcia will fight Errol Spence within the next 2 fights. Shawn Porter, I don't know. And the reason why I trust, people call Danny Garcia a ducker, but it's not one fight out there that Danny Garcia didn't give us. You know, Danny Garcia made the Keith Thurman fight. He made the Lucas Matisse fight. You know, Danny Garcia, he does maneuver, you know what I'm saying, maneuver his way around like almost all these fighters do. But the main fights we wanted to see from Danny Garcia, he did deliver those fights to us. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you could throw a few out there like some people wish he would have stayed at 140 and fought Victor Postal, whatever how you say his name. But you know, but that wasn't necessarily a duck. So Danny Garcia has made the fights we wanted to see him in. You know, he didn't make it when we wanted to see it all the time, but he has made those fights. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people wanted to see the Shawn Porter versus Danny Garcia. He made the fight. You know, he didn't make it last year like we wanted, but he made the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe Danny Garcia will fight Errol Spence Jr. Within his next 2 fights if he's victorious versus Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter, I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he will or not. So I don't know. But that's it for this one. I'm gonna holler at y'all.